there was my audience. Hello, my name is Evan Clark, and today we'll be discussing electric vehicles and their impact on the environment. I'll inform you on the goods and bads of electric vehicles to try and come out with the best solution with facts. What if I told you that you could help or hurt the environment every day just by what you drive to work, school, or wherever you were going? Elon Musk said, "Who would buy an internal combustion engine after 2025 knowing its residual value is zilch?" Understand how your vehicle affects the environment. The main points are how to adapt to electric vehicles, how electric vehicles benefit the environment, and how do they work mechanically. How to face the challenges to adapt to EV. So first we got to obtain the battery, to mine the battery or to manufacture or however we get it. First step is mining lithium, which is very, very dangerous, and lithium is a very unstable element and not good for the environment. And then you got pollution due to mining that lithium and whatever other substance that will go into your battery, which is the other pollutions will be like things from the trucks hauling the lithium to the factories and the equipment actually on the mining grounds. Lithium is, like I said, is very harmful, as well as all the other chemicals that go into your EV car batteries. So where does this energy come from? Renewable sources are usually the best in terms of if you don't want to cause any pollution. So like satellites or wind or stuff like that. But those also have very big downfalls, as like taking up land, and they don't have as much output as they do as input in money and all this other stuff. And, another way is, power plants. Obviously, is the main way. You just plug them in to a gas station, or you can have them at home, and the way you get that is through power plants, and you start using fossil fuels or other means of getting power through those plants. It has a huge impact on local grids because obviously, since you're going from just using gasoline to a whole nother big cost of energy. It will have a huge effect on your local grids and your house, your electric bill if you have one in your house. Getting rid of the battery is another challenge trying to adapt to EVs. They're very toxic for the surrounding area. And they have a low lifespan. Car batteries have a low lifespan, usually from 3 to 5 years, depending on the quality of battery you get. Some may go to 10, I've heard. You get rid of them the same way as car batteries. So basically, there's not really the great way to get rid of them that we have found yet. How EVs benefit the environment. There are no tailpipe emissions, immediate no tailpipe emissions. So they're very good if you're like living in a small neighborhood and you just need to drive to the grocery store. You don't cause any pollution just going to the grocery store. It's very beneficial for the air you breathe immediately. Like I said, they help air quality in the immediate area. And they lower the usage of gas or diesel in your area. But like I said before, you still use a lot of fossil fuels through coal or whatever in power plants. How do they work? There are two types. There are plug-in hybrid and full electric. So the plug-in hybrid, you plug it in just like a normal electric vehicle, and a full electric, let me go back. Plug-in hybrids, you plug in and they work like electric vehicle. And then there's a combustion engine that kicks on once you get going so fast, and then it just goes to a normal combustion engine. Full electric, don't have any combustion. It's just full battery. You plug it in, and you go. EVs convert power differently. Combustion goes to the drive shaft, so it uses a piston to power. Explosion at the top, it goes down and just keeps going back up and down and up and down and powers the drive shaft. And EVs use electricity that goes from directly to the wheels, and it powers the wheels like that. Okay, so in conclusion, even if we don't use EVs, we need to adapt to how they affect the environment, to how other operators use them. Don't look at just the small benefits, immediate area benefits. We have to look at the big picture and do your own research to decide on what to use and understand how they work to own one. So my sources: in the article, Emissions from Electric Vehicles, the Alternative Fuel Data Center gives a clear description with graphs and charts comparing and contrasting emissions with electric versus gas vehicles. It's a very short article, but crucial for us to understand the lifespan of emissions that electric car gets out. In the next article, the environmental impact of battery production for electric vehicles, author Lakshmi R.B. goes through and breaks down emission rates from both gas-powered and electric-powered vehicles. He used a country India as a reference and how they are transitioning to this green mode of transportation. His main points were battery production and how to actually get power to the battery, or power plants. The last article, titled "Are Electric Vehicles Better for Car Buyers and the Environment?" is an article produced by Lemonade and reviewed by Lisa Raid. This article, much like the first one, is a very simple and easy to understand article that clearly gives a list of the good and bad of electric vehicles.